Let's just break this down. Like 2 years ago, Jonathan Majors had all the allegations for everything. And then like January 2023, we were supposed to actually start getting it out. But now we're in 2025 and it's still not out. And the first trailer dropped. And you might wonder why. Because of everything that happened with him back in the day. Well, of course, the allegations with Gerbani, his girlfriend, and all the SA allegations and him beating her up and all of that. And he got lost as being Kang. They fired him from Marvel. He thought he was going to come back. He didn't come back. They had shot this thing. Everyone was saying this was going to be like his big like breakout role as Magazine Dreams. And Searchlight had produced the whole thing. And Searchlight, after all the allegations came forward, the trial went down. Searchlight did this. They just did this. And they pushed it aside. And then somebody else picked it up. And that would be this crazy company. And I've heard this before. Zeus Network and Barrett Cliff marketing partner. They came in and picked it up. And now they've officially released the trailer. And it's coming out this year. It's coming out March 21st, 2025. And they're hoping to make some money off it. I just don't think it's going to happen. People say his performance is fantastic. He plays Killian Maddox, an inspiring bodybuilder juggling a part-time grocery job and courting a mandated therapy on the same court mandated therapy at the same time. And he's trying to help his ailing veteran dad at the same time he's trying to get become a big massive Arnold Schwarzenegger get to the chopper bodybuilder, you know. But I just don't see it. I just don't see it happening, guys. I think this is an opportunity. He probably expects to be an opportunity that he will actually bring back into the limelight. But I just don't see it. But you know what? Just for S's and G's, for shits and giggles, maybe we should watch the trailer and see what we think about it. I don't know. What do you guys? We don't have to. If you guys don't want to, we don't have to. What do you guys think? We don't have to? Okay, guys.
It's a woman beater, right? I don't know.
F the trailer. F the trailer, guys. That's what we're saying. You know what? Round of applause for that. We don't have time for that shit anyways.
I'm thinking, F the company that decided to, promote this guy, because if he did that to his girlfriend...
Yeah, right.
Oh, there was the whole thing in the UK. The UK, they had buried that evidence that he had beat her up before. And then he came to the trial here, and it kind of was trying to get into that trial, and they squashed it. It was a whole thing. But
obviously, power, money. I mean, that's the only reason, right?
I think he paid her off, too, because she dropped the charges and fucking, well...
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, so anytime those charges are dropped, usually they've been paid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah, but...
So then there's companies out there, there's greedy companies out there that are going to try to get him back in the limelight because they're like, well, he was bankable, and now he'll come cheaper, but he didn't do nothing wrong. It was dropped.
Yeah, well, that's exactly the whole thing.
They look for the fact of okay, he's kind of not going to get work, right? Like Alec Baldwin's having to start a Kardashian reality show because he's got guns blasting on sets.
Hey, at least he's doing a game show.
So same thing happens here, right? Like these guys beat up their girlfriends, do all this crazy stuff. And then it's let's just kind of sweep it under the rug. And then some weird marketing firm or whoever this is, Zeus
Entertainment.
Zeus and Goose decide hey, let's see if we can kind of, get this guy on the cheap, and then we'll just slide this, trailer back on in and see if no one notices or something. But I'm
terrible idea.
Look at everything that happened. Look at everything that happened with Ezra Miller, and they still made it in the
trailer, or the picture, the poster. I'm good. I don't want to see it. I don't care how talented or whatever as an actor is. When you start pulling crap like that, all these, the Army Hammer, all those people. I'm sorry, but at that point, I feel like your career needs to be vamonos, gone. Bye.
Well, this too, Angela. This is bad, Brandon. This is bad. I mean, honestly, he had the keys to the kingdom. He was about to go into being Kang for all these different movies, and this came out, and the first thing happened when he was in the UK though shooting Loki season 2, and that's when the first thing happened. So there's still questionable things that maybe Disney covered that up because that whole police report and all that was buried, and then this came out again, and Disney was we're done, So it makes me wonder if this was a repeat thing that they knew about and they were covering it up, and then they were we're done with him, but people are still expecting him to come back as Kang again. And I never worked with him. I worked on Quantum Mania. That was the whole thing. I mean, again, some people didn't watch Quantum Mania. Please watch Quantum Mania. Give me those residual money. I'm just kidding. If I would get money. But he was.
How does residuals work? Do you get money every time we watch it?
Yes.
Well, what if I bought it?
If you bought it, you get a piece of that too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not much. That movie did not do that well. That movie did not do well. I was expecting like a big check when the first check came,
viewing.
and I was like, Ant-Man Quantumania.
Oh,
Because I was Paul Rudd in there, because like Paul Rudd couldn't do that for a lot of it, and so like I went and I was like Paul Rudd in the Ant-Man costume and did a bunch of that. It was fun.
God, wait, like Jordan said, so if we buy it, you get money?
Yeah.
Yeah, but so does the sexual assault guy.
Oh, shit.
Like Ghosts of Red Ridge, you can get money too when you buy that as well. Brandon can get some money.
That is not true. I do not get any money from sale.
Oh, really? Brandon, how do you...
Then why did I buy it?
Everyone, I need to be your PR because
I just have a straight flat buyout writer fee.
Oh,
my money in rand.
that sucks. Brandon, how do you feel about this thing though too about him, his career, what he's done? Do you think that he'll come back?
I don't know if this was the best vehicle maybe for like making a comeback after you've been accused of sexual assault. It's like, hey, how about this movie that showcases how strong and overpowering I am?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you're right.
Terrible idea. Do some kind of kids movie or something, you know? Don't make it this crazy like I'm jacked and like overpowering of people.
Well, they had bought the rights because like Searchlight was done with this brand, and Searchlight produced the whole thing. They were expecting it. It did like a circuit for like independent. It did really well. People were like raving about his performance in it. And then the allegations came out. Then the court cases came out, and they shelved it for a long time. And then they were eventually like, you know what, fuck this, and they wrote it off. And then they sold it off to this company. So it was one of these things that like, and if they're expecting it's a company buying it.
Yeah, I mean, the trailer. Let's like take that guy out of it, and because I'm sure there's several men and women behind the scenes who work their asses off on the movie, and I think it looks good. It like the cinematography looks good. The script is probably pretty good. I mean, I think it's cool that it's like an original story about bodybuilding, but you know, it just takes one bad apple to kind of spoil a bunch. So. That's kind of unfortunate for those hardworking folks that aren't this guy. That you know.
That's what I was gonna say, Brandon. It's like it's so shitty for everyone that does all the work, right? Mm-hmm. And like does everything, and then that one person who's like the main, you know, like star of the
dirtbag.
Yeah, fucks it all up for everybody. And I'd be raising hell. I'd be like, you know what? Okay, this guy effed up big time, but we all need to get our pay, and we need, you know, like.
So in that regard, maybe we shouldn't like poo-poo the whole project. I mean, you can protest it because of this guy, but
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like it takes more than one person to make a movie. So
I know.
It takes two to tango. It always takes two to tango.
Let's face it. The people go to the movies to see the stars. They don't worry about people behind the scene, unfortunately. So,
well, GR, do you think this is ruining it for everybody?
Fucking ain't right it does, Brian. I mean, this dirtbag who thinks he's a real tough man because he can slap a woman, fuck him. I'd bitch slap that bitch down the street.
What if he tried to slap you? What would you do?
Yeah, what'd you do, GR?
I'd feed him his left foot, and then I'd feed him his right foot, right up his anal orifice.
Up his what?
Anal orifice. His anal orifice.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. Thirsty Daddy getting raw and real tonight. Getting raw and real.
Here it is, you guys talk about
giving it to him right up the pooper.
Right up a southpaw.
Oh, boy.
I do it with his own foot. That makes it more fun.
Jordan, what do you think, man? Jordan, what do you think about this? Okay, the trailer comes out. People are still saying it looks good. Actually, the trailer looks cool. It's like an A24 movie, but I just don't see this working for this production company buying it. I think they're going to have like a controversial type thing where people are going to go out and see it. But do you think that people are going to boycott this movie, Jordan?
See, the thing I don't see, we're in the know. We track all this. We watch all this. We actually follow all this, but I know a lot of people that don't know who Jonathan Majors is or what he's done. So some people are going to watch this movie because they're just not going to know anything.
Yeah.
Valid point, man.
As sad as that is.
That might be better, though. That might be the better way to approach this movie, is to pretend like you don't know who he is and what
we do.
God,
that looks like a bad fool. Oh, my God. He looks like a demon.
Okay, he looks literally like the devil, and he just ate his girlfriend's ear.
Yes.
It's like, nasty.
He just needs. He looks. Something's wrong with that guy. Mentally.
I'm not trying to make him look bad, guys. I'm just pulling the pictures I find online. That's all I'm saying.
You think he's really using?
Yeah, right, Brian.
We can bad because he's a bad guy. If he's beating up women, no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not about. I think that. I still wonder if something was a cover up. But do we think that he'll come back though? Can this be something that he can come back from?
Direct to streaming movies or cheap shit, but he's not going to be the big Hollywood star he was.
No,
he could have been. He could have been. He even said like in a thing where he's like, well, you know, Disney and Marvel gave Robert Downey Jr. another chance after he had messed up so bad, so I should be at that chance too.
His own life. His own life.
Yeah, he was.
He was on drugs.
Yeah, that's way different.
He was waking up in a. You remember he woke up in like a little girl's bed one day? She wasn't there, but he woke up like, where the fuck am I at? This happened to Robert Downey Jr. He woke up, he did like a big drug binger one night, and he woke up one morning. He thought he walked into his friend's house. They were like all these like, you know, cookie cutter places. And he walked and he found the first bed he could find and went to sleep. He woke up the next morning and there were like two adults there, the parents, and they were like nudging him. They knew it was Robert Downey Jr. And they're like, hello, Robert. And then he's like, who are you? And he tried to leave, like, no, you're not leaving unless you have breakfast with us or we'll sue you pretty much. And so he sat down and had breakfast with the family and then they let him go.
I mean...
That's a true story. That's a true story.
It's like Disney.
That's an interesting story to be threat. I mean, he's got a lot of really crazy stories. I'm surprised that guy's alive, like at this point.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing though.
So is he.
If that was any of us in there, the cops would have been called. We'd be going out in handcuffs.
Oh, 100%. 100%, man. I mean, but we're not Robert Downey Jr. We weren't like, you know.
We weren't Chaplin.
The guy's done so much cocaine, it probably would equate to like as high as Mount Everest. Like,
far out, man.
He's an amazing actor. I mean, it really helped his acting career, but he's just talented. I mean, he's talented. I like the guy. I do like him.
Everybody wants to see a comeback, especially if you've wrecked your own life, like your body, like drugs. I mean, it's easy to get hooked on shit. Drugs, alcohol, and to come back from that, everybody loves a comeback story. But if you beat somebody up, there's something wrong with that.
Judging from the trailer, though,
we don't want to come back from like the.
It's all roid rage. This guy's got roid rage. Clearly, he's using steroids. I mean,
he probably is.
You don't get the bodybuilder body with hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't do it. That's that Marvel steroids, man. They're the greatest.
That's why bodybuilders aren't.
I'm sorry, Brian. I'm sorry, Brian.
They're not what, Jer?
He's making a small.
Bodybuilders are not, shall we say, as popular with the ladies because the droids do a certain part of the body not so good.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
Oh boy.
Well, I mean, random, but I had an incident with somebody who, like, I wasn't dating him, but he had this weird fixation on me and stuff, and like we were in a friend group, and I found out later, or I knew he said he was using steroids, I guess, and he got really physical and aggressive with me in Tahoe. At this hotel, and he pinned me up against the wall with my neck, and it was pretty scary. And people were like seeing him, and they knew he was all like jacked up, and he wouldn't like let go, and it was terrifying. I mean, this is like kind of I don't know if it's TMI right now, but it was definitely something where nobody wants to be around any of that kind of crazy stuff. Like, I mean, you don't know what's going on in someone's mind, and it's like they think whatever, and things happen. But like, no man should be putting their hands on a woman ever. Like,
I agree. No. But if you want, Angela, anytime you want, you call or text me, and I'll teach you one little move that'll put that bitch on his knees in a heartbeat.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, that was a long time. That was like an 2009, but it was definitely a scary moment for me. Like, I had a girlfriend, like, literally 3.5 hours.
Jordan, it only takes 2 fingers like that.
Yeah.
What's
right there.
Do?
And
now we're talking.
A big thing.
Do this to yourself, Brian. Do that and squeeze and see what it feels like.
Or you could just shove their nose
I don't really want to know.
Yeah.
That's another good one.
That's a lot.
The
That's a
hand
lot.
of the nose right there. That works.
Please like and
what I learned,
subscribe and join our Patreon.
Yeah,
You learn that like karate.
I know. But it's crazy though, and if you're in a moment of if something like that, you guys though, it's so you're really
terrifying.
When someone's got you by a vital, it's just really you got to really think. I mean, it's hard to get your brain in the right spot. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to figure out how to get out of it. But it's crazy. It's not easy. It's definitely. I mean, and this wasn't even somebody I was really dating or anything. It was just
kind of happened.
Fixation. Yeah, I don't know. It was scary.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
Anyways, I wish I knew all of you back then. It was a very long time ago, but nonetheless, a terrifying experience. Period. Yeah.
And Jonathan Majors sounds like a terrifying experience too.
I don't want to see him. I don't care what he's doing. No.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We've had this conversation multiple times on the show. It's like people like that, we just don't need them. There's so many people out there. There's so much great talent that are just wholesome, happy, friendly people. Happy, friendly people everywhere.
You know? GR, Jordan, Brandon. Pepe.
Pepe.
Let's talk about Pepe.
You. No, but seriously, I'm just saying. Not that I'm saying. I'm saying what I'm saying. These are talented people.
You don't cut this out. I'm gonna come over to your house and do a little pee-pee on the carpet.
So we don't need Army Hamming baking powder. We don't need. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm not sorry. They're fine with their family generational wealth already, so you're good. And we don't need your bullshit because you're
100%.
on your way to freaking acting, in the world. Let other people step into the limelight, okay? Give people a little shot here. You might be surprised.
Dude,
Yeah,
one day we're gonna see
media.
a movie.
People
starring Jonathan Majors, Army Hammer, Ezra Miller,
Oh God!
and Amanda Heard. They're all
Somebody's
gonna be in
touched
one
my-
movie.
No, I know, right? Yeah, they're all. I thought you seriously said Army Hammer's in there. I'm like, okay, we're definitely scrapping this thing.
No,
He's coming back. He's coming back. Army Hammer's coming back. He's got multiple career movies. He's saying that he's turning down movies. But you know what? That happens.
Why not?
But he wasn't beating up women.
They're paying him
I would rather him back than
$10. He's probably
I'd rather him back than this guy. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I thought Army Hammer was just sending weird texts. I didn't think his was an actual physical thing.
I don't think.
Yeah, his is his was texts and conversations, and yeah, he wanted to eat, but he said that on the planes, and there's a lot of text messages and correspondence, but I don't think it was this. There were girls that feared for their lives on the planes. They went for weekends with them, I guess. There was a whole thing on HBO. They brought that out, but that was all been cleared, and he's all cleared to go back to work now. So I don't know. I don't know.
He's all cleared.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's got
all clear on the Western
Hammer
Front.
label money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got no money to pay
Can
off.
we go for a walk?
Now he's getting
No,
paid
Peppy, we got a lot of show left.
$20,000 to do a movie because they're like, hey, just he's probably you guys, I'll accept whatever. Just give me anything just to get in the movie. I'll take $5,000.
You know what?
Oh
I don't think it was going to be
Nice.
that good anyway. Did anybody watch The Lone Ranger?
Nobody watched The Lone Ranger, Jordan.
I think there must have been one person.
GR watched it. GR, did you watch The Lone Ranger? Jordan watched it. I never saw it.
Hell no.
I mean, hell no. We're going way over, guys.
I mean, I watched the original Lone Ranger, but that was before it.
Brian.
Again, we're having an old man flashback.
Yes.
You guys have my back.
I have your back 100%.
Okay.
100%, Angela.
Okay, cool.
I have your back times 500.
I thought you were a friend, Adam Henry.
Hey, if I don't ask Brian.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us.
I just like you.
Well, you're lucky. Only a friend gets away with that shit.
I know.
Wow.
Yep.
I feel like with
Brett.
you, Brian, and GR, and in my corner, anything's possible now.
100%.
I know Ryan Reynolds.
And when Ryan Reynolds.
So join us
Apparently-
next week.
I know we're getting off topic, but for a second,
Anyways.
that thing's getting crazy.
A little bit. We're so far off topic.
Someone get a dog a
When
drink.
Army Hammer joins us.
Let's all have a drink. Anyways, everybody, Jonathan Majors, will he come back? Will he not come back? You tell us what
We
you
already
think.
answered that 12 times, Brian.
We're saying no.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.